Hey, my Legion, how you all doing today? John and I are here to review a movie called Mandy.
So you get that on my computer,
Yeah,
the poster art.
and we saw it off Amazon.
Yeah, we had to pay for it, but it's kind of annoying because I've been reading a lot of the good reviews on it. It's got some high scores all around. And I'm like, oh, it's going to open. It was either last weekend or this weekend. I'm looking all over. Erie and Meadville isn't showing. I'm like, what the heck? So then I saw on Amazon you can watch it for $7. So we decided to pay for it and watch it. And watching it, I could see why it would show at a lot of theaters. It's an independent movie, co-produced by Elijah Wood and his company, who also did the Greasy Strangler. But which I'm starting to like Elijah Wood even more and more because he's big into horror movies.
Yeah,
too.
And he was in the remake of Maniac, which was awesome too.
Yeah, we don't want to say too much because it spoils it, but it stars Nicolas Cage, and it's a cult and revenge movie, kind of in one. And the only other movies guy did, which I still haven't seen, it's on my to watch list, is called Beyond the Black Rainbow.
Yeah, I mean, he could have, if he wanted to, he could cast LeVar Burton. It could have been called Beyond the Reading Rainbow. I had to say, that's so stupid. I had to say that joke. This movie is probably the coolest movie I've ever seen. This movie is really cool. It might even be too cool. No, but I mean, it's really
very stylistic,
mesmerizing film. I was into it right before they had anything, like, right credits, there was like something that it just got me, and the music grabs you. Like the music, it's set in '83.
Yeah, and the opening songs by Crimson King
King
Crimson.
Crimson. And not to be confused with King Diamond. It's a different style of music. But it's the soundtrack's so mesmerizing. Just like if you ever seen anything that scores by Tangerine Dream, like Legend or Risky Business, the music is very and the look of the film. Absolutely fantastic. Great looks at colors. I don't know if he attributed it to some Argento influences, like in. But I mean, it's like. It just blew me away. I completely got into it. It's an amazing film.
Yeah.
And Nicolas Cage, he nailed it, and you tell the pain. And just being pissed off. And like I said, the cult kidnaps his wife. I mean, I say that. Well, I don't know if he's married or it might just be his girlfriend.
Right. It might just be Sue because they don't really give a background on the characters. That's why I gave you my assessment of what he might have been before this movie, his character.
Yeah.
Because they don't show much. You see, he's like a lumberjack, and that's about it. And you don't really know any background about them.
I mean, they showed he was a lumberjack, but they didn't even tell if he was okay. Monty Python.
Yep, exactly.
And they don't show the title of the movie till like halfway into it. It's really cool. That blew me away too. And they had like different.
Like you pointed out, it's like almost like a heavy metal title.
Yeah, like it was like black death metal, and it was a thing back in the 80s and early 90s in the fanzines. It was encrypted like that with like the branches and stuff like that.
Right.
In the underground fanzines, they went nuts with it. They were so encrypted you couldn't even make out what the name of the band is. And I was like, I think it's kind of music, but it's so stupid. You at least make it look like you know what the name of the band is. It just looked like a giant mess. And it looked really encrypted, but I would like to know what the band's name is. You couldn't tell it.
Right.
And there's like nods to movies like heavy metal, a nod to the band Celtic Frost. I mean, I'm not giving that.
Right.
And they're watching a movie. I nailed a movie. They're watching a movie on TV, Night Beast, the Don Dohler movie. It's really weird I'm talking about Don Dohler was an independent filmmaker, very independent.
Yeah, see, I'm not really familiar with him.
Yeah, I mean, well, he did like really low budget stuff, and then he did like, later on he did more like with some computer graphics, but I still have, there's a Don Dohler channel on YouTube, there's still a couple movies of his I have to see. I haven't seen that in review. I was friends with George Stover. I sent him the review of Blood Massacre. He did. Troma did a great. He passed away a while back. Sadly, Trump made a good documentary about him, but they included a little bit of the movie Night Beast, and that's where J.J. Abrams, I think, got his start as a production assistant before he got real famous and stuff like that. Like I said, I went off the rails, but Mandy is an incredible, mesmerizing film.
It's not, for a typical fan, so you can see why it wasn't shown to theaters around here. It would be something more like Slaughter Film would show at the Erie Movie House.
Yeah.
And if there's a way they were able to do that, hell, I'd throw some money to help pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
But, I think it's still doing a film festival circuit, so the Erie Horror Festival is still around. Who knows if they could have got it, but, it was, I think, they got a 5-minute standing ovation at the Cannes Film Festival. Yeah, and it's really good. Metacritic, Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, all pretty good reviews. Yeah. I don't want to oversell a movie, and then you see it like, oh, it's not that.
Yeah,
no, it's not for typical people.
Watch
or
the
atypical.
Trailer. You can tell. I mean, Ian K. He will love it. It's really, in my opinion, brilliant. My only criticisms were there was a couple parts towards the end where you couldn't really understand the dialogue; it was a little too masked.
Right.
And then there was one or two parts that were too dark; you couldn't tell exactly what was going on. I would say they could have lit that up a little bit better. But I mean, aside from that, it's a full-on 10 out of 10. It's an amazing, incredible movie.
Right.
And Nicolas Cage, wow, he nailed it. Because I haven't seen a really. The last Nicolas Cage movie I saw was with Dad was Next on Netflix, and then a year or two before we saw Bad Lieutenant 2.
Yeah, I liked. I was surprised that I liked it. It was Season of the Witch. I thought was decent.
I still haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it was better than I thought it would be because there's like two medieval movies that came out around the same time. There's that, and then Black Death with Sean Bean. Nicolas Cage one was more of a fantasy one.
Yeah, I didn't see Season of the Witch. I wish I would have. I had it.
If you see Black Death's an interesting one too.
Okay.
Sorry, as I adjust myself here.
Yeah.
I was probably like, he's shaking the camera. Sorry, I got to reposition because my arthritis.
And I remember buying Lord of War, which was good too, which was awesome.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
But I generally like Nicholas. And then Dad said Bangkok Dangerous was good, but I never got a chance to see it.
It's worth checking out.
I like it. Full on 10 out of 10. It's really an incredible, mesmerizing film. I don't know what else to say. It's like...
Yeah, we won't give too much away because it's something... If you like the odder movies, like... Well, it's probably not as odd as Greasy Strangler, but if you like the off-kilter ones, check this out. Yeah. And the less you know about it, probably the better it will be.
Yeah. Boy, when I did a review for Greasy Strangler, it was so cool seeing people comment, bullshit artist. That was so... People saw the movie, and it's like, cool. It didn't get a ton of views, but I mean, but it's an amazing movie. I guess that's it for me and my buddy John.
Yep.
So until next time, buddy, please take care of my legion.